What's up, guys, gals, YouTube? Got to give the shout out to the fan base. Love you guys. Like, sub, share. Check out our SoundCloud, Ryan Reading at SoundCloud. That's where we share a lot of our audio that we get from the woods, and hopefully you guys like it. Just a few things. Our camp out is tomorrow. We have about 12. So that's kind of at capacity. You know, if one or two other people want to join, we're going to do that. We're going to break off in groups, do a few different things that we've learned work, and hopefully come away with a lot of people experiencing, you know, some things that are amazing. So all positiveness, that's what we're moving toward here. I just wanted to share a little something. I was given this today. Somebody writes, he is still at it. I now know he is talking this and this and that. The search for Bigfoot. Bigfoot and the Secret Society Exposed. txsasquatchblogspot.com. So let's go ahead and open that up. And this is what you're gonna see. Back in 2008, I wrote a blog titled, "Is There a Bigfoot Mafia?" The issue always seems to rear its head when a newbie comes along and thinks someone is keeping information from them. So I'm a newbie. I don't understand. So a newbie is somebody that comes in the forums for a year and has been doing research for 3, 4, 5 years. That's considered a newbie, I guess. To me, a newbie would be somebody that maybe had a sighting and knows nothing. They come into this field because they're unsure. They didn't know. They come into the forums to look for answers. They come to get help, essentially. That to me is a newbie, not somebody that's been around for 5 years and doing things. And I guess they're considering a newbie because the forums. So they hold a lot of weight with the forums. That's where everything falls. But anyway, oddly enough, it's also unusual the newbie who claims to have the most evidence but never any proof. What evidence do I claim to have? This article is written by Melissa Hovey. She is the person that, when I started the Let's Prove It evidence review, went to everyone's inbox and said all kinds of bad, demeaning things about me. I mean, we had M.K. Davis, Mark Zaski, Robert Dodson, Adam Davies, Will Jevning, another researcher, Nikki. There was a good 9 of us. There was 2 more that I'm actually forgetting offhand right now. What we wanted to do is take an honest look at everything and start analyzing so many things. You know, get rid of some of the junk. You know, take a serious approach at it. And when she found out this happened, they didn't want that. They wanted no part of that. So it was immediately to people. You know, oh, Paul Halsey was part of it also, or Paul Halsey. You've seen him on Finding Bigfoot episode. He shared some of his evidence. We had some really good people on our team, and man, she shot messages to their inboxes like McDonald's had a 79-cent sale on, you know, Big Macs. Man, she went nuts. She called me every name in the book, from a hoaxer to a piece of shit. All these people said, whoa, hey, you know, we had Anthony Moffat on the team also. And they were like, what's going on? So immediately, everybody sends them to me. Sent me every message that was basically talked about. I was shocked that somebody would even do that. If we're trying to head in the right direction and better ourselves, why would somebody do that because I'm starting an evidence review and getting all these credible people on board? Why do that? You tell me. It seems there's a lot of hate there. This is the same person, Melissa Hovey, that was in some type of lawsuit conflict with the Phil Poling gentleman. Great guy, never had an issue with him. He does some things like Para Breakdown, where he analyzes videos, so on and so forth. But there's a bunch of clique groups out there. They're all mishmash, and they all stick up for one another, and they've been here forever. And what they're doing is they're trying to cling on. They're trying to hold that claim to fame, and they don't want to let it go. They just want to hang on till, because there's nothing left there. So when the new researchers do come in, which we've learned from some of their work, some other people from, Bindernagel and Green and everybody else. There's so many other great researchers that left the trail evidence, and I've been saying this for years now. We've learned from them, and it's like they're mad that we're coming into this and with a new perspective. We're doing everything in the right light, and they just want to hang on, and they're going to do anything. They're going to fight tooth and nail just to get that last word in, I don't understand it. But anyway, if you go to the blog spot, it ends up saying, I wish I could work for the CIA. I'm a Bigfooter. I doubt they have me now. So thanks, Bigfoot. I never said she worked for the CIA. Why would she say that? There's a group of people within the community that keeps all Bigfoot knowledge out of the public. At least she admits that. That's cool. Yeah, we are still looking. Doesn't really make sense. What do you think about it? Well, it does make sense. If you're trying to push all the new people aside because you're trying to hold on and just get that last little something out of your career as a Bigfooter, I mean, that makes perfect sense. If it's about money, that's another option. If they want a cultural movement, as far as Sasquatch goes, being rational, you would have to. I was trying to adjust this. Sorry. You would have to dumb it down, right? We would have to hide it. We would have to hide certain things. Don't let everything get released to the public. Why do you think they've created these groups? So they can take the reports and they filter what they want to filter. Makes sense, right? I'm not going to touch no more on that. I'll get back to that some other time. Maybe there isn't a Bigfoot mafia. Maybe the person saying these things just has crappy evidence and can't handle hearing it. So it's kind of like, and they say maybe I just have, crappy evidence and I can't handle it. And I'm saying I'm rational, I'm down to earth, I'm a good guy. I do real research. I send my samples away to get tested. I do it all appropriately. I just don't follow you or your rules because there's no reason I should have to. If we all can't be in this together, then what? But no, I gotta follow exactly what you say. So if you can't take the criticism, then don't post online and ask for an opinion. Criticism. Was it constructive? No. They bash you guys. Be careful what you share. Let's see. Whatever you do, don't pester others into watching videos or looking at evidence if the information isn't there to back up the claim. What happens when you ask people to come out to your area and say, hey, come do this or come do that, or, let's do a recreation. Let's check out the height. Let's see what it could be. Could that photo fall out of human range that I have? Could that subject fall out of human range? But no, from the other end of the computer, they can determine that. They know. They know everything. Come on, guys. Instead of coming out here, checking it out, checking out the area, getting the right measurements, doing their own math, real proof. Come on out. Darren, you want to come out and go check that photo out? If it falls out of human range, I want you to go on here, and same with Mrs. Hovey, and apologize to everybody that you were wrong. Because I'll tell you now, I know it falls out of human range. So let's just say human range is what? 7 foot, okay? 7 foot. Anything else is hard. I mean, you'd have to be, if somebody was trying to hoax that, you would have to be on stilts or something to prop yourself up and walk or move in the snow, and it's just ridiculous. So that claim is totally out the window. I'm not even entertaining that. As far as getting them to come out here, they don't want to come out here. They don't want to be wrong. That's the thing. But they know everything from the other end of the computer. Remember that. Let's see. What else does she have to say? Don't expect the world to see Bigfoot where you do. Really? If you have to put a circle around Bigfoot, it's not winning evidence. I don't, and I haven't. I viewed a video in which the researcher says clearly the subject of the photo is in fact a Bigfoot. I looked and the person states he had the game cam about a foot off the ground, yet is using a tree probably about 5 or 6 feet, conservative estimate, behind the subject of the still photo, and a way to accurately measure the height of the Bigfoot. Nice try, but no. We already said that. We said it was about 2 feet off the ground. And if you take the distance from that camera to that tree and you get the height of the researcher that was standing there, you can figure the difference out. There's numbers there, right? So then you can figure the height. So the height of the back was about 4 feet. Then you figure out, or guesstimate, the distance between the subject that was in the camera photo and the camera itself. So you're getting all these numbers, and when you start to put numbers together, guys, it makes sense. But no, they won't come out here because they know everything. This is what I'm trying to tell people. Let's see. I have never been mean. Let me see. I have never been mean to be mean to any researcher. Really? Really? Okay, but you go behind people's backs and write things and say bad, terrible, oh my God, things that you need to wash your mouth out with soap. If your grandmother or somebody heard you speak like that when you were a child, you'd get your ass spanked and handed to you with a belt. You just don't say those things about people. You want respect? Give it. Why is it that so hard to understand? She doesn't really know how to write, but unless it has to do with credible evidence and more to do with stuff that will help sell t-shirts. I'm in this for proof, not sales. I don't sell anything. I've got some t-shirts from my camp out that I'm selling. Let me guess, I'm getting rich on that, right? Or I'm making a ton of money? No, I'm recouping the money that I put into it. Are you kidding me? This isn't about t-shirts. Yet still, some new researchers publish their blurry photos and red circles and get all upset because not everyone is jumping on a bandwagon. I wouldn't want you to jump on a bandwagon. I don't want them to jump on a bandwagon. I told you I was privy to the Skype messages. The Bigfoot, whatever you want to call them. You know, it's time to be rational, down to earth, level-headed, guys. You can see everything that's going on. What did I tell you? Did I not tell you there was going to be more? Now another person. And then there will be another and another and another. They all back each other up. They're hanging on. They're just trying to get anything they can, and they're reproducing things from the past, and they want to push up Daisy and do all this crazy stuff and they get in lawsuits with people, and it's Bigfoot. Are you kidding me? You're gonna sue people for things and for a photo, and I don't understand. That's not my business. But I don't know what this world has come to, but you know, it's more like competition and dog eat dog is what it seems like. But I wasn't raised like that. I have respect. And I have respect for other people. But when I'm immediately bashed or treated terribly or stalked or people write bad things about me or any of this stuff, I don't pay attention to none of that. I'm not responding to none of it. I laugh. because it gets you nowhere. Think about it. What are you doing? Getting your name back out there, maybe. Causing a circus is what you're doing. Let's see. No, the community doesn't have to believe everything being said. We are allowed to ask questions if we see, read, or hear something that doesn't seem right, or we just don't understand. Like I said, they've been doing this 40 years, right? They claim 20, 30, 40, 80 years, I don't know, since dust was invented. They don't have anything. Nothing, right? You have nothing. What do you have? What does people like Melissa have? What does Darren have? Where's the proof? Show me. You made claims 26 times. Show me. Show me the proof. Show me everything. You want to claim one thing and then put it on me. You show me. You're supposed to be the top tier. They probably have nothing anyway. Even the likes of Dr. Meldrum has faced scrutiny and ridicule from this community. Why new researchers think they are above being questioned is beyond me. There's one thing to question people and talk to them and get a backstory and do it all appropriately, professionally, constructively. Not like Neanderthals and beasts and crazy people and want to make you look bad and put you in the dirt and team up on you and do all these crazy things. This is not appropriate, guys. I mean, are you kidding me? Seriously? Look at what you guys are writing. You guys are making these blogs, and I'm answering them. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, but you guys don't make any sense. Constructive criticism can be tough to take, apparently. Let's look up the word constructive. Why don't you guys do that? Constructive criticism. That would be talking, helping, giving one's idea, comparing, doing things, not straight rushing to judgment. They rush to judgment. If I show them this, it's automatically this because they know because of this, and this. It's ridiculous. The researchers that I touch base with, Ohio, Virginia, Kentucky, Missouri, Idaho, California, let's see, I don't know, plus a couple other ones I mentioned. When we all put our heads together for real research purposes, we start correlating things and finding things out. So I say things, or I drop hints, or I talk about them. And what happens is other people say, oh my God, I've had that happen in my area. That's so cool. Like, I knew that was happening, but I didn't say anything, or I didn't want to say anything. Or, you know what I mean? It's all about marketing for them. It's all about money. It's all about, I'm sure they're trying to do whatever they can do behind the scenes right now to make me look bad. And they drum up anything they can in terms to hurt you or say that it's for this, it's for that. It makes no sense, guys. We're in this for research. Like I said, I don't understand it. I don't even like making these videos, but I'm answering their stuff. There's their blogs, and I'm answering it. That's what I'm supposed to do. If you're going to ask others to take time out of their lives, however little time you think it might be, to review your videos and materials, then at least have the decency to treat those taking the time out of their lives with some respect. Listen to what they have to say. I always listen to what they have to say, but what they have to say sounds like this. Same old rhetorical bullshit. That they don't want this and they don't want that, and you're too this and you're too that. Why? Why am I too over the top for you? Why? Because I'm sharing? Because I'm talking? Because I'm giving you some proof or some evidence, or talking about tree structures, or taking people through the woods? Why is that too over the top for you? Explain this to me. You want me to be quiet, this hushed little mouse in the corner, and not say anything? Why? What's the answer? You tell me. Or better yet, tell the YouTube fan base. Let's see. Because I might just learn something. I've learned a lot of things. that you can't trust anybody, and most of the people out there are assholes. Straightforward. I'm not a jerk, but you know what? You guys can be. And if you think you set the rule for Bigfooting, that's ridiculous. There are no rules. I have to follow none of your rules. Do you get that? You made up and concocted some craziness rules that you have to follow, and if you don't follow it, you're banned. You're no good. You're shunned, guys. You can't. This is. What are you doing? What are you talking about? What rational plane are you thinking on? That you can control people? You can't control people. It doesn't work that way, guys. Ridiculous. Let's see. I learn all the time from new and long-time researchers. We're always learning. But most of our learning started with books from people from years ago. And the majority of our learning comes from the woods. We like to hear stories from other people now and then, but that's really not going to further your research. The research is going to be furthered in the woods. You can't always take other researchers' credibility. You just can't do it. When people say they've seen Bigfoot 26 times, 49 times, 98 times, it was on my roof. What are you talking about? You just... I don't know. One guy says he got picked up on his four-wheeler by it during his 26 encounters. Like, show me the evidence. Show it to me. Show me the evidence. Let's see. Where were we? Because I don't think I know it all. Really? She claims to know it all. I can always learn something. No one is asking you to kiss their backside. That's what it seems like. If I don't follow your rules, then what? Then you do things like this, right? Why don't you follow my rules for once? Why don't I lay some ground rules and you have to follow those? The new timers are the ones taking over this. We're the ones getting out doing everything. You have to sit back and accept that. It's time to just retire and move on and write your book or do whatever you're doing and just watch us prove this species. But don't bother people. If you have no intention of reading what they say to you, or you can't engage in conversation that doesn't borderline on paranoia or go straight to it. I'm not paranoid. Do I look paranoid, guys? I was upset in those other videos trying to get some things out quietly. Got my FLIR, didn't I? Showed it to you guys, didn't I? Told you about people writing about me, didn't I? Oh well. Let's see. Where are we? And yes, when you start blaming secret organizations for your failure, you really do sound upset and paranoid. I'm not failing at anything. I'm proving everything. I'm getting people out there. They can go camping. They can experience things. We can talk about it. I share with all kinds of researchers, people that you don't even know. People that probably wouldn't even give you the time of day because of your attitude, Miss Hovey. But you're not breaking my heart by destroying your credibility. Tell me how I'm destroying my credibility. Because I'm not following your rules? Or because I'm taking evidence, doing it right, collecting it right, measuring, keeping a journal, logging my videos on YouTube, sharing with you guys. I mean, what do you want? What do you want me to do? There's a new light, there's a new realm that needs to be grasped. And that's where it needs to go. Let's see. You will, however, give many much to talk about when it comes to any evidence you ever put out in the future. It's your credibility to build up or destroy no one else's. I don't care if you believe me. My goal is to get what I have to the scientific community. The real scientists. Not to you guys. If I share it, I don't care what you think. I care more about what the YouTube fan base thinks than half these Bigfoot communities on Facebook. All they do is bash and criticize. When you do good work, people show you do good work. They say good things. You guys just can't do that. I don't know why. I feel sorry for you. I wish you could. I feel bad for you. No, the old timers, which they refer to themselves as the old timers, like they're due something. Like I paid my dues at the club, and I'm, you know, when you build them set of stairs, put my name on them as a plaque. That's kind of what it's like, guys. I mean, they're not rational. They're all panicky. They're all flighty. They're all argumentative. They're all, I know, because I know, and I've done this, and you're wrong. You know, they're Captain Right guy is what it seems like. You know what I mean? They can't do nothing wrong. They're always right. And it's not just me. There's hundreds of people they've bashed. Hundreds. But you know what? Those hundreds are starting to come back on them. And they're posting more, and they're sharing more, and they're getting into the woods more. And you know what's happening to them old timers? They're getting pushed away. So they got to create new, and then create more issues, and create this circus, writing with me, and blogging about me. Between guilt and everything else they have going on, that's why they're doing it. They're guilty, they don't know what to do, they're falling off the map, they might not be wanted around anymore, you know, things like that. So all these old timers are trying to click together. Then they dig up dirt and they do these things and videos and podcasts and talk bad about you and write blogs and share it 30,000 times. That is not professional at all. Would you see a professional lawyer or a professional doctor doing these things? They claim to be professionals, not experts, but professionals. I haven't seen one of them act like a professional. Not a one of them. Nope. Anyway, no, the old timers are not out to get you. Frankly, I don't care who makes the discovery as long as someone does. So good, when I do make the discovery, you could come on out, check it out. No, matter of fact, you can't. I would never let you come check it out. Matter of fact, you would be the last person to find out. Do you know how many newbies have come along and swore they were going to end this debate and show us old-timers what we're doing wrong? So you're admitting you're doing something wrong. That's the first step. That is the first step in admitting, you know, everything, and acceptance that you're doing something wrong, and I'm glad you went there. If this, like I said, if this takes me 20 years, I'll do it, but I plan on doing it quicker than that. When I've been able to find them that fast and do what I need to do, and if they let me interact with them and they let me sit there, if it's the Jane Goodall approach, I'm going to do it. It'll be there for you, and I'm trying. Well, those newbies are old-timers, and they don't have any more information than today's newbies. So there's that. Of course they don't, because people like us don't want to share with them. Us younger generation, what we're doing is sharing amongst each other and in certain groups. There's some top-notch groups out there that I share with, and I love their input, and a few good people out there that we collaborate, whether it's footprints, whether it's casts, whether it's this, whether it's that, coming up with ideas, and I mean everything from infrasound to whatever else that I can't mention right now. I haven't been given the clearance by somebody that I talked to actually speak about it, and I'm not going to do that because I consider this guy a good friend. In closing, my level-headed friends, is there Bigfoot mafia or cabal? No. This is what they want you to believe, guys. They've sat up top making all this money for so long. This is what they want you to think. No, I wish there were so this research, I don't know, she's got a comma and apostrophe. No, I wish there were so this research, comma, which seems to be slipping off a cliff into a realm of insanity, could be over. Well, just leave then. You can leave. Nobody's keeping you here. Mrs. Hovey, you can go. Bye. Don't let the door hit you in the ass on the way out. Have all the questions answered before. We are all fitted with our own nice little white jackets that buckle in the back. You are cuckoo. That's what it seems by writing this. That's my opinion. Written by Melissa Hovey this morning, 11:11 a.m. Now there's colleagues and a bunch of people. I have a bunch of tape recorded messages and from people talking hours and hours, telling me this and telling me that, and what I should do and what I shouldn't do. The thing is, I want to be friends with certain people, but they don't want to be friends with me because they are committed to the higher-ups and committed to other colleagues. Guys, it's a ridiculous world out there. You know, I don't know. They go to campouts in like a trailer park, in a regular campground. I mean, the chances of you getting real Bigfoot... I don't know, it makes me laugh. Getting real Sasquatch evidence in like a trailer park camp out thing is unreal. At least if you're gonna camp, do it in the real woods. You know what I'm saying? Get off trail, get off into these areas. I mean, it don't have to be tremendously far. I tell people, if you find the core areas, concentrate on the core areas. What happens is you guys pass them all by. You guys get in there and you find these core areas. Look at these tree structures, amazing, this, that, and the third, and you keep going. Why did you even do that? What you pay attention to is if there's new structures, new trees, new things being added to these structures, that means they're using them. New breaks, you can tell by the bases of the trees what's new, what's old, so pay attention to it, revisit it frequently. If there's new trees, new branches, new things being added to these structures, keep going there. That may be a core area they're using for that time. Log it, write it down, put it in your book. So each year you can follow that and say, hey, this time of year, that's where they were. Then you go back and see if they're there again. And if it happens, bam, you're on to something. Nobody's doing none of this. They're all back in the 70s, and I don't even understand. It's not logical to me. The way they think is total backwards. This is how they think. They would rather have you talk behind their back instead of talk to their face like I am right now. Talk behind their back all you want. That's kind of what it is. They're friends to your face, talk behind your back. I don't get it. If I have something to say, when you're standing in front of me, I'm going to say it to you. I'm going to say, hey, you're an asshole. You think you can do this and you think you can do that? Kiss my ass. That's what I say to them. Who do you think you are? You see what I'm saying? I don't think I'm anybody. I don't proclaim to be anybody. You're offended by what I'm saying because what you know is true. What I say is true. This is why you're writing these things about me. So try to suppress it. There will be more, guys. I'm just waiting for the right time. Then I can drop some things out there where they all pucker up their buttholes. And then I could say, see, I told you so. So just keep doing what you're doing. Write about whatever you want to write about. I'm right. Face it. Will one of you researchers out there just say, you know what? I'm tired of it. I won't deal with it anymore. Somebody that has superb credibility. Come forward. Come on forward. You can get teamed up with a university too if you're really in it for research. But if you're in it for money, I mean, I guess. That's what it is. If you're not in this for money and they'll ask you your first thing, are you in this for money or real research? You say real research, see you later, get out of here. But if you said the money aspect, then they talk to you. That's what it's all about, guys. I recently got reports from my area: Gowanda, New York, Forestville, New York, Salamanca, New York, Olean, New York, Little Valley, New York. The last one was out toward the Pennsylvania-New York border. These people are seeing my videos and coming forward, and, you know, oh my God, the wealth of information that is being shared with me, and photos and pictures, and I cannot believe it. I'm glad for this because it's showing my area has a lot of untapped potential to prove the species, because nobody up here has been researching it. We spoke with an anthropologist, Kenneth Jahalski, a while back. Great guy. He actually had a sighting in the same area that I did 15 years prior. So when we reached out and talked, it was so coincidental, because I'm very close to Lilydale, New York. And it was awesome just to know somebody had a sighting that close to your region, almost, you know, within a mile of, if not the same area that you had your encounter. It's awesome, guys. So look, just keep up the positive work. I don't even like making these, but I have to answer what they write about me. Check it out for yourself. I want you to like, sub, share, be positive, get the truth out. Get into the woods. That's a good start. But you have to have a level head. You have to understand everything is not Sasquatch. Do you get that? That's why I'm going to hold, you know, the camp out thing, so I can teach some things that I've learned in the field. That's what's good about this. You know what I'm saying? It's all positive. They want to make it muddy and negative and murky, and that's what they're good at. You'll see more. I'm sure there will be another and another and a sister and a brother and everybody else. But the thing is, the claims I made, and I sent it right to their forefront. What I did is I surpassed everybody, and I went right to them. And I said, here it is, I'll lay it in your lap, come out here and check it out. Not one of them. None of them. There's so many names I could drop right now that, but whatever. It is what it is. I'm a grown-ass man. This isn't a pissing contest like I stated before. So, if you're not doing real research and you're in my area, let me know. Touch base with me. You feel free to come to my area. I'll talk with you. I'll share what I've learned. I'm not going to share everything I learned, especially on camera here, so they can watch it. But there are amazing things out there, guys. This species is in fact real. I'd like to give a couple shout outs here, just cause. I'm gonna give a shout out to Utah, Sasquatch, okay? Seems like the YouTube base wants me to do that. I'm gonna do that. I extended my reach to Utah, offered the half the airfare, the hotel stay if he doesn't want to stay in the woods. 3 days. You can check that out in my last video. Get some real research done, see what he's all about. Colorado Bigfoot, he's doing a good thing too. All these other guys that are trying to muddy up the water, guys, I can't speak for people that I don't know or anything like that, or I haven't spoke with, but there are many people out there doing real research, guys, getting down to the nitty-gritty, and what we give to you is raw, like you're there with us. Not this amped up prime time thing. I try not even to videotape me. Like, I'm trying to show you what is going on. You know what I mean? That's the way to do it. You guys can pick through the videos. That's what I want. That's what I need. You tell me what you see. You give me the important feedback. Then when something is found by a bunch of people, right? Then what is it? Is that all insanity? No, it's not, guys. Everybody comes on board and says, look at that time, here it is. That's credible because it's not coming from one person. That's why I don't post anything anymore out there. I give you what we find, you let me know what it is. Here's all the timelines, here it is, that's what it breaks down to. Multiple people seeing it. Then what do they say? Oh, it's not credible because when groups of people get together, it's this and it's that, and come on, guys, they're trying to just pay attention, just keep paying attention, and you'll see more and more. But be positive. I'm gonna head out of here. Got this camping thing going on tomorrow. Thanks everybody that's coming for participating. Like I said, there's about 12 of us. Anybody else wants to get on board really quick, let me know. I'll have this up tonight. Praying it doesn't rain, so I pray to God right now, please don't let it rain, let it be a decent day. It'd be nice if it was just a little cooler. Let's see, what else? And I thank God for everything that happens in my life, you know. I'm Catholic. I'm a Catholic person. I believe in God. I believe in karma. If you do something bad to somebody, they'll do it back to you, or vice versa. And that's kind of why I got the truth out there, because I couldn't stand for it to be suppressed anymore. To be part of their cabal, I didn't want to be part of it. How come they don't accept? Why don't they accept new researchers? Why don't they change their ways? Think about that one. Why don't they change their ways? Why don't they say, oh hell, I'll just go hang out with, you know, let's get me, Colorado, and Rio together, right? That's one hell of a team right there. I don't even care what their research entails. We'll come up with some new ideas. That would be a great thing, wouldn't it? All the old timers, though, in Rio, you are created to be the fall guy. Buddy, the reason I did them is to help you out. That's all I'm saying. But anyway, I don't want to go into too much more. I got to get my stuff together and get out of here, and that's what it is. So be positive, Western New York Bigfoot. You can check my SoundCloud, my Facebook, Bridging the Gap Between Sasquatch and Woo, Let's Prove It Evidence Review. Those are on Facebook. Oh my God, we've got so much out there. Our book is coming along greatly. That should be out sometime next year. We're going to have a lot of good people in it, a lot of good things. It's all positive research, sharing some things. We do have the cover done, the back cover done. I have about 5 chapters done now, need another 4. And then we're going to put it out there, and hopefully you guys will like it. We'll put it on Amazon, and you can really pay attention to some things that we write, guys. So, with that closing, I'm out of here. Stay positive, be happy, healthy. Love y'all. Later.